So we've got a little bit of an issue with the Leatherman arc. So someone mentioned, they asked, can your Leatherman arc cut coat-hanger wire? And I thought, why are they asking that? And when I looked at my Leatherman arc's plier head versus my Leatherman P4 pliers head, I noticed there is a significant gap in the bottom of the pliers. So I went ahead and I started trying to cut coat hanger wire, and I cut a couple of them, and I broke my Leatherman cutters on my Leatherman arc. So that is unfortunate. I don't know if it'll focus, but right there at the bottom, it just broke the bottom of it. And I didn't really cut that many pieces of coat hanger. I maybe tried a couple times, and then I did get the cutters. They were able to cut maybe 3 times, and then it broke. So I have heard so much said about Gerber's carbide cutters just breaking and breaking and breaking, but unfortunately on my $250 Leatherman arc, just cutting coat hanger wire has broken the wire cutter. So that's a little bit disappointing. I mean, it's a big chunk right there, a big chunk right out of the side. So it's only the one side, but still unfortunate. Now, I think maybe Leatherman is trying to avoid that happening. And so what I've noticed on the Leatherman arc is they have rounded the bottom of the cutters. Now this one is the broken side, but this one right here, so they've rounded that right at the bottom a little bit. So it's not as straight across as on the P4. So the P4 comes across right here, and it's a lot straighter and it extends the whole way, where the Leatherman arc does not, and it has a gap. Now mine, since it's broken, has a huge gap, but this one right here, even when it wasn't broken, it did have a gap. So that's something to keep in mind. I don't know that the Leatherman arc is really designed to cut coat hanger. So again, it's a $250 multi-tool. I was only doing that for illustration purposes on the channel. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have even touched coat hanger with it, because, I mean, if you're going to spend that much money on a tool, I don't know. It makes me a little nervous, and I guess that's why, because things break. But thankfully, these are replaceable, and I guess I will have to get a set of replaceable cutters. So that's disappointing, but it is what it is. So keep in mind that how the Leatherman arc is set up, it is a more finicky cutting wires. Now, before I broke mine, what I did to cut coat hanger wires was move it up to the top of the hardwire cutter. So you can't let it sit at the bottom, but you can move it up to the top. And then it did cut coat hanger wire, and then it broke. So that's the story with the Leatherman arc. Now the P4 is holding up just fine. It doesn't seem to have any issues cutting the coat hanger wire. So again, here we are. This is the hardwire notch I'm using at the bottom, and it is cutting a bunch of these. So these cutters seem to hold up a lot better than the ones given with the arc. I'm not sure if it was a heat treatment issue or what, but that's very disappointing, but it is what it is. Now, an even better solution is if you have a P4, you can swap them over to your arc, and then you've got the best of both worlds. You've got better cutters, and they cut the coat hanger wire basically anywhere there at the bottom. You have no issues. So I would definitely recommend getting the older style set of cutters, not the rounded style that comes with my arc, and some people have said it comes with theirs as well. So keep that in mind. Now let's go ahead, and I just wanted to illustrate even the DL30. A lot of people like to talk about all these multi-tools and how you only use the best. But even the DL30, the Day Out Camping, can get this for around the $40 mark on Amazon. It can cut coat hanger wires a lot better than the Leatherman arc. And these cutters, even though they're probably a lot cheaper, made a lot cheaper, they still haven't broken. So that does put it a little bit into perspective. Sometimes, definitely, it's still best to buy from Leatherman, I would think, but it is unfortunate. Leatherman Surge does fine as well. There doesn't really seem to be an issue. And my cutters, I've used these. I've used these cutters to even cut through sheet metal. I know you're not supposed to. So even dulled and bent, these cutters still cut coat-hanger wire a lot better than the new Leatherman Arc. So keep that in mind. I think the best fix is just to get the older style cutters like the P4 right here has, and then your Leatherman Arc should be in a lot better shape. All right, I'll see you in the next one.